Serve. So we start with a serve drill. So that serve drill, it depends what you want to measure. If you said, obviously, what we try and measure the serve on is, just gets you out of biceps, doesn't it? I know you've committed to them. Right. Okay, right. This is the key thing. It depends what you want to measure. When we try and measure the serve, we're measuring two things, right? We want to measure where the ball goes, and we want to measure what it does to our opponent. Where it lands on the first bounce is not actually a great measure. Really. Because I can hit a slice serve to the juice court, but you won't be outside the alley. Somebody else can hit that slice serve, it can land in exactly the same dot, and you can be almost on the side fence. Yeah? So the measure could be a little bit different. So you got to decide what those things are. So if you decided that it was angle like we worked on before, then what you're trying to do obviously is you're trying to make sure the racket goes this way. Yeah? Probably we're in the wrong court here, aren't we? We're trying to make sure that the racket goes, yeah, if you like, the racket goes this way, right? Now if that's the skill I'm struggling with, what's the opposite of the racket moving left to right?
Right to left.
Right to left. So the opposite is I'm actually going to practice this, which has no use in tennis, but I'm actually going to practice that. Right? Just to get the feeling of what that feels like. Just so now, once I've done that a bit, yeah, I've gone this way. Now that I do this way, I can feel it more. Alright? And it'll be more productive. It gives me a framework of skill. Right? If it was about direction, yeah, then obviously the opposites are I'm going to go that way. Or I could go to the middle if you just want to do that as an opposite. Or I could stand in the same spot. Stand in the same spot. Yeah, work in the direction over there. And then stand in the same spot and work in the direction over there. The court doesn't have to be my boundaries. Yeah, see that? So those probably be the amazing ones. If you'd already said that the reason I was using this script was to make the ball go faster, okay, then you might have either, you might measure where the second bounce lands, you might actually, you know, see if you can serve the ball like, you see how high up the fence I can get it? That's, yeah, if you stop it, it doesn't go high up the fence. There, okay. Versus, yeah, I know it sounds weird, but just by, sometimes the thing you're practicing isn't necessarily always, the classic one that gets practiced on the serve a lot is, and this is done by even up to professional level by some coaches, they get people to serve from about here, and then they get people to serve almost on the back fence. They practice their serving those two positions, then when they practice back from here, they've got that framework of skill that they can use. Alright? So, stepping up on the volley, depends what you want to do, but it could be like there's no step at all. Right, so I've got a volley like this versus volley like that. Yeah, Donnie said that one straight away. And he said he's already done that. Remember, a lot of these things you've already done. We're just framing it a certain way. The other thing is if we said the ball has to go deep, you could say, okay, I'm going to go deep, 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 and then I'm going to go short and try and drop it in a little bucket. 5 deep, one's 5 short, one's 5 deep, one's 5 short. There's lots of opposites. There's no rights and wrongs. You're just trying to stimulate the brain to learn the thing you want to get. Okay? Obviously, the same could apply with the backhand we said. We're going to hit deep, 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 deep. So if we were doing that on orange court, for example, deep, 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 what drill would you do? Maybe over a rope. Sometimes I do the haircut drill. Just stand there and see if someone can give me a haircut. You have to go like that, like that. Yeah, because if you forget to turn, they always hit you in the back of the head. All right? But that could be deep, 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 deep. And then you might move up here and just practice short, 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 short. So you've got little swing, little swing, little swing, big swing, big swing, big swing. You could have done, if it was about going higher over the net, you could have done high, high, high over a rope, put up a rope and you go over the rope, over the rope, over the rope, under the rope, under the rope, under the rope. There are opposites all the way through tennis. It's really easy to find them. Right? And what we're saying is as soon as you start learning a skill that you can't necessarily do, this makes your brain fully conscious, completely awake, ready to absorb. Yeah? and you'll learn a lot faster. But don't believe me. Right? Don't believe a word I say. Yeah, you don't, just because I'm a different, we always say the definition of an expert is a guy who arrived on an aeroplane with a foreign accent. Don't believe it, right? But go try it. All right, that's some things to start the morning with. Yeah, so we're going to give you a little break now. We'll take 20 minutes. We're back on 11:25. That's enough time. Bathroom breaks, coffee, whatever. Okay, and just let your brain switch off a bit. Okay, we might add one or two more, and we're going to start going into those tactical sheets that we have in our books. So you get a chance to start writing some notes about what a red kid should be able to do, orange kid should be able to do, green kid should be able to do. So that's the next phase of what we're doing.
We're back here in 15 minutes.